Hello. What you're about to experience is an entirely organic piece of content. A short, reflective essay that expresses and explores a very human longing for depth and connection through analyzing and critiquing the way we as a collective spend our precious energy, in particular on social media platforms. I believe that my personal experience is not really that personal, and many can find themselves in the following material. I am inviting you to experience this work not as a consumer, but as an equal, as a human being that you are. This material had been written to serve as a mirror for the ones searching. Please enjoy. Human to human. The people need a space that allows for deep reflection through human connection. A space that reminds you, the viewer, of your own depth, that shines a light in your being through uttermost authenticity and deep vulnerability. In a world where digital content creators see themselves as creators and others as consumers or fans, we need to reunite in our nature and promote our digital connection to a human-to-human relationship, for the sake of humanity, really. Remember the first days of Instagram? A cozy digital nuke, allowing one to stay in the loop with the loved ones through sharing meaningful, bright moments of one's life adventures. No ads, no cloud, no influencers, no supplement ads, simply vibes, filters, and quirky captions. I was around 12 years old when I first got my hands on Instagram. I had access to it through my iPod 4G with a silicone blue and white Belkin case. And it was the coolest thing ever. Pictures of my drawings, ideas, the sunsets I've seen, and the captures of birds and leaves were shared with the closest friends and family. For them, my act of sharing meant the world. With a single post, I got to say hello to my whole entire circle. I then read their loving comments, and my day would brighten up instantly, knowing that my existence translated into a smile in somebody's heart today. Social media was able to fulfill our need for connection in a way that mattered on a deep level. This isn't about nostalgia, about times long gone. This isn't a call to unfollow all of the pages and make your social media account private. This is about our intentions. Why do we interact with content, and why do we post? Please, remember the last post you shared. What was your intention behind it? Have you ever posted something expecting for it to blow up and go viral and be upset when it didn't? I have. Why did you want it to go viral in the first place? Well, I don't know, really, maybe money or some sort of validation? Isn't the whole thing designed to be a platform for connection? Humans sharing value and experiences with other humans for the sake of joy? Where did we go astray? YouTube, Instagram, and other platforms are harmless, really. Mere tools that we unfortunately misuse, and now reap the sour fruits of our behavior. Disconnection from nature, shallow relationships, consumption of noise over meaning, and much more. And oh, how tempting and reasonable it is to blame the algorithms and creators who use every trick in the book to hijack our brains and keep us drawn into the vicious cycle. Now, for that very reason, allow me to present it to you in the following way. We all know, and we can all agree on that synthetic food dyes are harmful to our bodies. They are found in all sorts of foods: Gatorade, Fruit Loops, lollipops, and plenty others. Logically, the big evil corporations are to blame for marketing and producing this heavily processed waste food. Well, not entirely. The reason the corporations stay in business boils down to the fact that we keep consuming their products. And here's an undeniable truth. We as a collective have the power to direct the movement of what is being produced but reclaiming our power of choice. If every individual in America, for example, woke up to the real effects of foods on their well-being and consciousness, Coca-Colas and chips would be laying on the shelves, covered in dust, until forced into a dumpster once the expiration date passes. Corporations don't care whether they are making money selling poison or medicine. They merely produce and sell what is in demand. Of course, it is way more profitable to manufacture empty foods to an unconscious consumer. And for that reason, big companies try to either convince the people that their food is good or find ways to keep people from reclaiming their power of choice. And it goes deep, truly, it's institutional. It's indoctrinated into us. And you don't want to go digging there. And here's what I'm offering. The good news. We don't have to dig in that muddy, stinky puddle. We have to remember that the thing is just a muddy, stinky puddle, and we want nothing to do with that. What we want is freedom. We want to feel good. And there's a whole world of natural diversity and deep experiences and well-being out there. And we are so fixated on stirring up dirty waters. Get up off that ground, shake yourself off, and keep on walking. It's that simple. And next time you encounter a puddle on your walk, you get to say, well, I've been there and done that. I don't want it. Bye. Until one day you walk and puddles don't even capture your attention. If we collectively lifted the planche of what we're willing to consume, there is no other option for the giant companies to set their mighty gears working towards our well-being. Our shelves could be filled with nothing but the freshest, juiciest organic foods and produce, crafted with heart and care, because we wouldn't ingest anything else. Anybody who would deviate from our requirements will go out of business, and the market competition will be as follows. Who can produce the most affordable, highest quality produce possible, period. Now, let's return to the realm of digital content. Just like the grocery stores that are filled with flashy boxes full of processed sugars, the digital realm has become an ocean of downright fever dream absurdity, of triggers, personas, channels, schemes, AI, manufactured whateverness, facades, and thousands of voices with thousand different opinions that we drown in. And in this never-ending short stab, like in the grocery store, we stray away from something arguably even more critical than our bodily wellness. We get pulled away from the most important things we can stay in touch with. Ourselves, our hearts, our nature, and ultimately each other. We get pulled away from the very core of our human being. Think of the energy, the nature that once wrote and played Symphony No. 9, Beethoven. Now realize that this exact same energy was able to get together and through shared efforts successfully send a human being to the surface of the moon. Somebody walked that little dot in the sky that you see every single night. The same energy is currently in you, magically transforming sound waves into meaning. The greatest genius that has ever walked the surface of this planet is right now within you. And what tasks are you assigning to it? To consume and process gigabytes of digital waste? And we get to call this a normal state of affairs? And we agreed upon this as a human collective? We're losing our voices. We're growing further from our ability to choose. We're giving up our humanity and do so gladly. When our sight happens to stumble upon something breathtaking or authentic, very few of us are able to hold space and genuinely appreciate that rare expression of human genius. Even less will let their experience affect their life. And out of this group, very special select individuals will grow to see that every moment, every breath, every ant, and every cloud is a reason to get deeply inspired. Your heart, your care, and your genius are always by your side. Please remember this. They were, are, and always will be within you, patiently waiting for you to turn to them and smile. And it certainly isn't easy. I spent 6 hours at a boring job and 2 hours scrolling reels before I got myself to write this essay. There is a level of tangible resistance as I compose these thoughts into meaning, yet here I am, tapping into the inspiration. Like muscles, our spirits grow through resistance, through rebellion. How hard is it to lift a 5-pound dumbbell? Well, a piece of cake, sure. Now a 30-pound. Well, some can, yet it surely is relatively more challenging. Mindless consumption isn't even a 5-pound dumbbell. You and I, we do it with a mere thumb on the couch without thinking. A single thought, most of the times. What kind of growth are we expecting to see out of this amount of effort? My heart trembles as I write these lines, anticipating later reading them for an audience, for you. As if something within me awakens from a deep slumber, the feeling that these words might reach a heart somewhere out there and potentially transform somebody's hour, day, and maybe even trajectory of their whole entire life. It's fascinating. Well, the truth is, every single day and every single interaction must be met with such honor and responsibility. Through expressing ourselves authentically, we're able to open hearts. Through speaking the truth, we make an impact on each other. We're responsible to look each other in the eyes. We must dare to stand on our truths. We must remember how to be human, deeply and unapologetically. Please, take a slow, deep breath. Now. That glimpse you've experienced. This is inner stillness. It is in the moments when we choose stillness, silence, over mindless distraction, we get to notice a deep sense of peace and purification slowly and gently wash over our beings. Instead of watching YouTube during a meal, we can spend our attention appreciating the life of an animal that had been sacrificed in order for us to stay nurtured. Or even simply, we get to explore the sensation of taste and texture of the food we are consuming. To take a reconnection a step further, we get to step away from a meal and notice how the food affects our state of consciousness. Has the meal made you feel energized, sleepy, heavy? Did it make you feel light? There is a fascinating depth of life that reveals itself. Shall we turn our attention from noise to stillness? Dear friend, I ask this of you as much as I ask this of myself. Please, allow inner stillness to heal you. Being human is the most natural thing there is in the whole entire universe. Your only responsibility is not to get in the way of inner cleansing and reconnection. And with joyful realization is that in order to start the purification, we can do something as simple as not start scrolling the next time we feel an urge to do so. I wanted to say you can call a friend or wash the dishes, and those things are great to do instead, but really, what I want to say is that we have to take a break. We have to pause right there and then, take a deep breath and ask ourselves, truly, what is it in me that wants to scroll? Why do I feel a need to send my mind in a purgatory? Why? Why do I need this? Why can't I sit where I am and enjoy what I am and be happy, be fulfilled? What is going on here? And as you ask this question, well, great things happen. But you have to ask it honestly and consistently. And you will scroll. Yes, I scroll too. We all scroll. And you will scroll. You will fall again, but you just get up and you keep asking yourself, what is it in me that is so addicted to this nonsense? Where am I? A great, compassionate being is your most natural state. And all you have to do is effortlessly step into it. Thank you. The fact you listened to the very end is a sure sign that your inner being wants to be seen and expressed. I really hope that you take a moment after this video and pay attention to the quiet voice inside of you that has been longing to be heard, that sensation that you've been ignoring. If this short essay moved you, I suggest you take a journal or use a comment section to reflect and express your own thoughts that arose throughout or after this video. Please let me know in the comment section if there is something specific you'd like to hear me reflect on. For now, I'm wishing you peace. Thank you, and until next time. Bye.